everyone, it's Alyssa coming at you with another slow fashion video. This week, I can't believe it, it's the second Sunday of the month, so I am doing my series where I recreate looks that I find online using what I already have. And I do that by breaking these looks that I find really inspirational down into styling elements that I actually can control so that I don't go out and mindlessly shop, and instead I use what I have. I've chosen two looks, but they both have quite a little bit of style personality, so I hope you like them. Grab your tea, let's jump on in. This first look is one that I found on Instagram by this super cool French girl. Her name is Christine, and I really love her style. So I chose this look here because I love that it's all black, but there's a lot of texture and really cool things going on. So before jumping in and shopping my closet for these looks, I break it down into three different elements. And the first element that I look at is, what is the overall style vibe of this look? The first style vibe that I think she's giving off is obviously very chic. I want to say this is a very timeless and classic outfit, and I think there's a little bit of like an urban edge to it as well. The next thing I look at are the silhouettes and proportions. So if we look at this silhouette, it's got some nice structure on the bottom because of the leather pants, and then on top there's a little bit of volume in the exaggerated puff sleeve, and the sweater that she's wearing is quite voluminous. So we've got a nice little juxtaposition of silhouette from the bottom and the top, so this is already creating a lot of great interest in the outfit. When it comes to the proportions, I would say these are fairly equal. She's not using any oversized or dramatic proportions on any one part of her body. Both the bottom and the top are almost equal in terms of the proportion play. Finally, this is where the magic happens, in my opinion, the styling hacks. And the styling hacks, much like the silhouette, don't have anything to do with the specific garments that she's wearing, but everything to do with how she's wearing these pieces. So the first styling hack that I can see here is obviously monochrome. She's chosen to dress in head to toe black, but she's bookending this look. I don't know if you can use the word bookending. I don't know, is that even a word? Can you turn that into a verb? I'm gonna use it. She's bookending her look on the top and the bottom with a beige or a lighter color. And why I specifically love this look is that those colors don't match. They're not perfectly beige, but they still hit that point home that she's punctuating this monochromatic look with these lighter shades on the top and the bottom. The next thing that she's doing, which is a trick often used when people are dressed in head to toe one color, is that she's really playing with texture here. And she's doing this beautifully with a great high-waisted leather pant. And she's mixing that with a big fuzzy, it looks almost like it's like a heavy waffle knit. And then she's got like felt and suede, more softer textures on the top and bottom. And I think that's to soften the black a little bit. I think, you know, whether she did that on purpose or not, we may never know. I think that's what adds a lot of elegance to this look. Finally, getting into the finer details, she's using a thicker belt and one that matches her high-waisted pants. The belt does a really good job in cinching her waist because it's thick. What is really cinching her waist though is her tucking in her sweater all the way around. I think the way you tuck a sweater makes such a huge difference in a look, and I've actually done a whole video about tucking in your sweaters. I will link it up here for you. In terms of accessories, which I also like to lump in with styling hacks, she's really kept it minimal, but very impactful, with the hat and the boots being the same shade. I think that makes a very strong impact. And she's kept any jewelry very simple, just one ring on her left hand. Let's jump into my closet and see how I can recreate this now. Okay, starting with the leather pants, which I think is probably going to be the most difficult piece, but I actually do have a pair. They're secondhand, they're high-waisted. They're not as high-waisted as hers, so the silhouette might not come across as well, but I'm gonna grab them. So here they are, my lovely secondhand find from ThredUp. Do yours have to be leather pants? No, not at all. Even a waxed denim, it doesn't absolutely have to be leather. I think the difference that we're looking for here is in the texture between the top and the bottom. You could also reverse it and do the more edgy texture on top and something a little bit more cozy and comfy on the bottom. Totally up to you in your wardrobe. Next, the sweater, and this is gonna be my difficult one because I actually am severely lacking in darker, chunkier knit sweaters, but I do have lots of sort of medium lighter weight knits in black. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to take two sweaters that are a little bit lighter and try to create the one that she's got on. So I have this, this is a hand-me-down from my cousin in Montreal, but it's just like a medium weight Old Navy sweater, but it's got a boat neck. It does have that nice relaxed loose-ish kind of silhouette as her sweater though, but I really do think the turtleneck gives off that nice cozy vibe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna layer my super lightweight merino turtleneck underneath. No, the turtleneck won't be as chunky as hers around the neck, but it's not the end of the world. I think we're still getting that whole turtleneck look, and those double layers are gonna keep me nice and toasty because it's snowing as I speak. Next, for the accessories, so I've got this ancient thick black belt here. Yes, it has this ginormous silver buckle, which is going to maybe throw off the look a little bit, but again, I think it's doing the job. There we go. My hat, my boots. No, they do not match, but they are in the same tone. And while these are beige and closer to what she has on, I think it would be totally cool if you wanted to use an even different contrasting color. And I'm just gonna grab a silver ring for my middle finger. It's hefty enough to make an impact against that kind of thicker, voluminous sweater. Is by Linda Rodin. Linda is a style and beauty icon, and I absolutely loved this look of hers. It's actually something that she would wear to the airport. She was featured in Condé Nast Traveler with this look. I really wanted to recreate one of her looks because her style is very quirky, but it's also incredibly enduring and timeless. So I thought this would be a really fun one to recreate. If we're breaking this look down by style vibe, definitely quirky, but I also want to say classic, playful, colorful, and full of personality. In terms of the silhouette and proportion, there's a lot of playfulness happening here. With the silhouette, both on top and on bottom, we've got nice structure and clean lines, but it's the proportions that are really interesting here. She's got a lot of volume with that drop crotch pant on the bottom, and then it's got like a nice kind of sleek and very classic denim on top, where the proportions are very timeless and really nicely fitted. Finally, when it comes to the styling hacks, I think she's really using color here, and that is by color blocking her top and her bottom and then toning it all down with the denim jacket. She's tucked her sweater completely all the way in and around, and I think that's especially important because when you've got pants that are a drop waist, and maybe you don't look like Linda Rodin, who is like, you know, perfection, then tucking in that sweater is key to making sure this look doesn't come across as sloppy or like there's just way too much happening. Another styling hack that she's using here is mixing and matching styles. So the drop waist pant is very bohemian in character, but then she's paired it with a really preppy ensemble on top with the crew neck and the popped collar and really sporty street-inspired shoes on her feet. So she has a whole combination of different styles happening, which ultimately end up resulting in a very quirky look. But if we kind of actually give each of those different styles a name, then it helps us to really break it down. Finally, she's wearing 3 bags, and if this weren't a post about traveling, I would say no, thank you. But what she's done here is she's matched her bags, those 2 primary ones at least it looks like, with her shoes. And I love, again, a mixing of style. Even in her accessories, she's got like a very textured, bohemian looking bag that she's carrying with what looks like a cute little almost bowler white leather bag. She's got a beautiful bright red lip, which I think, you know, makeup and hair does play a huge factor in how the overall look comes across. and maybe I should start adding that as a fourth section, although it's really not my forte. So right now I'm going to include the red lip as a styling hack, and she's topped it all off with a pair of sunnies. When you look like Linda Rodin, you could probably wear like a paper bag and look absolutely fantastic. So let's give this a try. I'm gonna start with the most difficult piece again, which is the pants. Now I definitely don't have a drop crotch harem inspired pant, but I do have a pair of navy culottes. Here they are. A couple seasons old from Club Monaco, but I do believe they have something similar now. I'm gonna link everything, as many similar items as I can below in the description box. I definitely don't have a mustard crew neck, but I have a yellow turtleneck. It's not the exact same mustard color, but it'll definitely do, and I've just put my denim jacket on top. I don't want to overwhelm myself with the bags. Belt I have, this is a secondhand, just a thin black belt with a really minimal buckle. Sneakers, my Veja, no, they're not as big and chunky as hers. They don't have black laces. Not the end of the world. They're white. They are a very different style than everything else that's going on, so I've nailed like 2 of the 3 styling elements, so I'll still be able to recreate that look. And finally, for the glasses, the sunnies. I am so proud of this one. Does anyone remember these? Tom Ford's, when like all the celebs were wearing them, I want to say like 8-9 years ago. This is why I never get rid of my sunglasses. I feel a little bit like Bono wearing them. They were the closest thing I could find to hers. Are the sunglasses the most important piece of this look? Absolutely not. Just wear whichever sunglasses you feel like wearing that day. Video. Let me know if you thought those looks were a hit or a miss. I'd probably wear the first more than the second, but still, so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or if you learned something new. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back next week with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful week. Ciao!